more focus on, you know, our top game and just scoring offensively on top.
We moved to
Ooh, nice little spin right there into his shot.
body lock attempt. We're here at 197 pounds. Eli Sheeren of Cal Baptist. And he's taking on Rune Lawrence, and Lawrence is trying to circle behind. You got to be careful. He's going to get caught in a carry. They're kind of caught in a no man's land here, but everybody is completely out of bounds. Every supporting point was out of bounds, and the referee didn't blow the whistle for a while.
I was just looking at that too.
See if Sheeren gets back to that attack with a 2-on-1. Heavy hands from Sheeren. Double leg attempt comes down to the ankles, and a great takedown by Lawrence.
That's how you run your feet after your shots, you know.
Explain what you mean there. You obviously hit the blast double. What are you talking about by running your feet?
You know, a lot of times I coach youth wrestling, you know, and a lot of times we teach these kids when they get on their shots, they gotta run up to their feet. You know, you end up on your knee. They kind of stay down, let the defensive wrestler sprawl and get out in front, square up on them. But you got to cut that corner, really run them down. That way you can secure your takedown, run through the other person almost.
You keep those feet moving. It keeps those hips engaged and able to get them underneath the wrestler. And in this case, the takedown started with the hands up on the hips and came down to the ankle, ran his feet, and gets a nice takedown. Lawrence rocking the white and gold Nikes and a big redrop. Sheeren back up to his feet again. This time he's got one-on-one. And Lawrence chases him back out, keeps those feet moving. We get it onto the gym floor, and we're going to get a whistle. Got to get a caution on Lawrence. He rolled that. He was on that elbow, and the whistle blew. Well, a little too early. A little false start by Lawrence.
A little excited right there. Trying to go to work on top, I think. You know, one interesting thing I think I'm noticing about these West Virginia guys, minus our boy Brody Conley, I feel like a lot of these guys are long, lanky wrestlers for their weight class. You know, they're kind of taller, longer limbs than their opponents right now from CBU. I think that makes it interesting in terms of you know, the matchups, because we see a lot more spiral rides, a lot more leg riding, a lot more extension of, you know, the positionings.
Instead of being short and compact and running the wrists and wings, you're starting to see, you know, the spiral rides and the claws.
Definitely. End of the first period there. Lawrence up 3-0.
Lawrence has got to be all of, you know, 6'3" along the way. He's a tall drink of water.
Tall drink of water.
Lawrence trying to fight the hands, and he does, and he gets the escape and turns and faces him. He's got a 3-0 lead. Can't sit on a 3-0 lead, even though he's got 1:25 of ride time. I'm not sure why ride time's ticking off here.
There we go. You got it adjusted.
They set action towards the edge of the cylinder.
Just a few years ago, we saw that point shift where it used to be 2-point takedowns to a 3-point takedown. Now, back in the day, a 4-point match was you had to rack up a few takedowns right there. Now, you got a 4-point match. That's only rattling off 2 takedowns right there. Very doable for Sheeren. So this is still a close match, believe it or not.
Our community talked about that a lot. If we were going to go to the 3-point takedown, we had to have something else because there's no way that a takedown is equivalent to near fall when that's the ultimate goal of wrestling. So them adding that 4-point near fall, and a good little slide by Lawrence to take advantage of it, and he gets another 3-point takedown this time. But the community talked, and it was, hey, if we're going to add 3-point takedown to establish more offense, we're not only going to need that offense, we need to replace it with a 4-point near fall as well. Huge shout out to Pops out there. Pops Edgar out there listening on Flow. We appreciate you listening to the broadcast. Your boy's doing a great job.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Big lift and return right there from Lawrence. Always a little bit of excitement right there from whenever you're on top, you get that big lift.
Yeah.
Kind of takes a lot of energy out of the bottom, man. You work so hard to get to your feet, and you're just getting returned left and right. It just really takes it out of you.
Back to your original comment of getting the 3-point takedown and the 4 near fall to promote more offense. I think a great change has been the neutral danger. These guys now promote instead of just diving under and trying to put yourself in a position to stall that out to stop the takedown. That neutral danger has just been an amazing immediate game changer, and it just thrives the offense as opposed to, hey, I can't just put my back in danger.
Definitely. I think we saw a lot more guys back in the day. Used to be comfortable rolling to their back, kind of sitting there waiting for positioning to open up. Now you don't see that. These scrambles, they're high intensity, quick flurries. Last night, I know you guys were talking about it on the call over at Doc B. We saw some matches where high school hasn't adopted that rule, so a lot of guys are sitting there, staying in positioning, not giving up takedowns. But here, you can't be doing that. You got to roll through and really get to your action.
Yeah, and a lot of us that watch the stuff here on Flow, we're able to see the college kids adapt to that change. Now, will it come down to a high school level a little bit later? Hopefully. But it's definitely opened up the offense here at the college level.
100%.
You think twice before diving in and grabbing ankles. Sheeren pushing the pace as best as he can. He's down 7, trying to get some sort of offense here. Lawrence has done a good job hushing this crowd.
Lawrence in on a double right there. He's running his feet.
And he kept his toe in bounds. And now here comes that neutral position. Gets the takedown. No back exposure. He kept his foot in bounds. That was right in front of us. We couldn't necessarily see the foot in bounds, but we knew it was there by the official's call. Right back to that spiral ride.
Just grinding on top right there. We got about 30 seconds left in this third period. We'll see what Lawrence looks for. He's got the major right now. Let's see if he goes for the tech.
He gets the escape. And now Sheeren really needs this takedown here. Up 9 with the ride time in Lawrence's favor. So, virtually up 10. If Sheeren can come in and get this takedown, it saves a team point along the way. Now, looking at it, it's kind of irrelevant because the duel is over with the 25-6.
Definitely.
With only one match to go. But you're always having prideful for your team.
Definitely. You always want to keep fighting even to the very end. And there's that takedown you talked about. See if you can get it there.
He gets it.
He gets it. There it is.
And that's what Coach Moore is looking for. That's what Coach Munoz is looking for. You're down by 9, essentially 10 with the ride time. Hey, we've lost the duel. It's 25-6, but we want to come out. We want to take care of this business. Let's stop that team point and show why we're out here to wrestle.
Definitely. Even losing the match itself, you always want to end up on top. And I think Sheeren did a good job right there, just not stopping. And
the locking hands call. That's going to take it to the 6. It's 7, and the ride time's going to go back up to a major. Unfortunately, we talked that through, and with that penalty point, your winner by major decision at 197 pounds from West Virginia, Rune Lawrence.